Okay, guys. So first recording, I am not going to do any post editing on this. So I'm trying to make it as seamless as possible. Also, I'm taking like the easy route for this series. I'm going to name it the thought process. I like naming things. I don't know why, but I'm just going to name it the thought process. So I'm just going to give a brief introduction of just how it's going to be. It's just going to be like basic regular podcast episodes, I guess, just without the post production because that takes time, and I don't have the time. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just being realistic. I don't have the time, but I just want to share the message. So I'm just trying to take the fastest way possible, or like just the easiest route to do so. So yeah, so the plan for the series is that I come on here and then I just drop some stuff of what I've been learning, and I don't want it to just be podcast. So I don't just want to be recording podcasts. It's very easy to just be doing podcasts, but I just want to explore the creative direction because I do a lot of creative stuff. So I do not want to be doing podcasts. I want to do like maybe podcasts, some tweets, maybe a video. That video is very sketchy. I don't know. The video is sketchy, but then like probably a video at some point, and some like graphics. So I used to release quotes, so like something like picture quotes, but like ponder pieces. Yeah, so like ponder pieces. Basically just releasing ponder pieces. That's it. So I haven't released one of those in a while. So I just be doing that, some podcast episodes, some ponder pieces, anything that's very short, like a very short idea, I just put it as a tweet. Instead of like keeping it like, okay, let me just use it to form an episode or a writing or whatever, an article. Probably articles for like long form content, but I trust myself. I'll be able to sort it out when it comes to that. So yeah, today's topic is oftentimes you're wrong. For the schedule of the creations, I don't want to put a schedule because I don't want to do like every Tuesday by 2 p.m. like every 2 days or every 3 days. I don't like working with schedules because I start to think about it too much, and then it messes up the whole rhythm. So I would often think about it like very, very well. I think about it every time that okay, I need to do this, I need to do this by this time. So I think I'm just going to work with my inner scheduling than putting a date, and then I have to be accountable for it because then I'll now start looking for ideas and now start fishing for ideas, and then they don't just come naturally, and then it messes the whole rhythm. But like if I have an internal schedule that okay, I want to release this by this time, like in every 2 or 3 days, I want to be releasing this. So I already have an internal schedule. My brain starts looking for new ideas, and then I often find those ideas instead of like going the hard route and setting myself up for failure. So yeah, just that's just that, and then let's just get into the episode. I just want to do something short. I have a natural tendency for yapping, so sorry about that. For people that think I don't talk, I talk. For people that think I talk, I don't talk. So yeah, oftentimes you're wrong. And I got this idea from a book I've read. Most of my ideas are actually gotten from books I've read, or like things I've read, and then like half of the other half, I guess, is from like experiences. So I've been reading this book for the past I think 4 or 5 months now. Since like May, June, July, around that time. So it's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie or Carnegie. I'm sorry, Dale. So there's this idea like how to win friends. I guess that's the basic idea is admitting that you can be wrong and it's possible that you are actually wrong. So trying to discuss with people, or you're just having discussions with people, and then you're stating your opinion, and you just want to make it clear, or like just to disarm people. So I think I'm getting tired of myself here. Let me just get into the script I've written, right? So with the people I work with, we often have discussions on like important things. Like as a software engineer, as a founding engineer, I have like meetings, and these are not just regular software engineer meetings. Okay, okay, this is your task, this is your task, this is your task. These are like high level meetings where we discuss like the the system infrastructure, like system design, how this should be handled, how this should be handled, how this should be handled. And on a normal day, normally you could just sit down and observe in this kind of meetings. They discuss, you take some notes, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the week, this is what I'm going to do for X amount of time, this is what I'm going to do for this, this is what I'm going to do for that. But like in the kind of role that I'm doing, there's really we can't really just sit down because like they're discussing a certain system design, and they're like JB or like Jabba, what do you think about it? And every time I can just be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to have an opinion on it. You have to have some knowledge on what they're discussing about too. And if you have some knowledge on what they're discussing about, you also need to have opinions on what they're discussing about. Like, what database should we use for this? What hosting platform? What route should we go for onboarding this and that? Or like, just simple system design decisions that you have to make in like a startup or like a company or something. And when you have an opinion or something, you have an opinion. It could be from knowledge, it could be from experience, it could be from maybe you've just picked it up along the way or whatever. Now, opinions are not the issue in this case. Like, having an opinion is fine. Now, it depends on how you express said or such opinion. Now, before I read the book, like you read books to learn, I guess. So before I read the book, I used to, I used to be kind of rash in a sense of way. But now, after I've read that book, if I'm trying to express an opinion, a strong opinion, a weak opinion, an opinion either way, if I'm trying to express an opinion, I say it as okay. You first want to disarm the people that might have opinions on your opinion. Like, you have like counter opinions, or like just people that you're trying to like discuss with. So you don't want them to be up in fits and like, what is this guy saying? You want to disarm them. And I feel sometimes, I guess, but then like it's all about the learning process. It's all about just trying your best and trying your best and trying your best. So you want to do it in a sense of way like, okay, I am often wrong. I might be wrong. Like, you want to start your conversation with, I might be wrong. I'm often wrong. And if I am wrong, I want to be corrected and I want to be put right. And then you now say your opinion that, okay, okay, okay. So let me give an example now. They're discussing about what database should we use, like, well, how should we scale the system? Should we scale it vertically or horizontally? I'm like, okay, I think we should scale the system horizontally. I don't want to get into the technical terms. So. And I'm like, this opinion, or I'll give an example now, like, I'm often wrong, and I might be wrong on this. I'm often wrong on this, and if I'm wrong, I just want to be corrected. I just want somebody to just tell me how it should actually work. And then I feel that instead of scaling vertically, buying more compute, we could just scale horizontally. Making the compute that we have, just more effective. You get so. And then and you state your opinion like that, and then people that have more knowledge on that will be like, okay, okay, he has already decided, he's saying that he might be wrong, and oftentimes he's actually wrong. I say things that don't make sense oftentimes, and that's fine, but I just want to see my opinion. And if I am wrong, just keep me on the right path here. So that's something that I've been doing in my day to day, and I sometimes I often feel like this night I had a discussion. We're having like a team discussion, and I was trying to impose my opinion, which I shouldn't have. And then when I look back at it, I'm like, okay, next time I should have just said that. Okay, oftentimes I'm wrong, stuff like that, and I might have something, and we won't have had like a little back and forth. So I guess it's just something to note, and I'm just like, to like a quick summary here. You have opinions. Everybody has opinions. You don't want to be that NPC that just follows the crowd, I guess. So we all have opinions, and your opinions go as far as you express them. You can say, oh, I don't like this because this is a, and then the person that is listening will like, okay, yeah, but then like they don't really take your opinion to heart. But when you disarm said person and say that, okay, this opinion I'm stating, I'm often wrong. This opinion might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I would just like to know the truth, or like just have more knowledge on it. And I would just like you to tell me, or like put me on the right path. And that person, it takes it down a notch, where the person is like, okay, I'm not trying to attack you, I'm trying to like just guide you. And it makes the conversation a lot friendlier. So I guess it's just something to note, just something, just a very small idea for just day-to-day interaction with people, workplace, just friends, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's it. Just want to keep it short, keep it simple, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.